Okay, so here we go with excerpt number 3 for the 9-10 bass all-state audition. I would say that this is probably the hardest one on this list. I'm going to go through this slowly, explain some of my positions and fingerings, but I also have a link to my copy of this so that you can have my notes that I've made. So I'm going to start this in 2.5 position, so with my first finger on F sharp / G flat, so I can play that first note A flat with my 4th finger. Play those 2 notes in that position, and then I shift back a 1/2 step. And then I do a pivot from 2nd to 2.5 after those octaves. 2, and then I'm going back to 2nd. So 2, 1, 2, 1, pivoting back to 2.5, 4, 2, A flat C. Same thing on the way down. Retake. Pivot. So I'm always doing these 1/2 step pivots between positions. If you noticed, measure 281, 282, and 283 are exactly the same as the measures before it. Everything is just shifted up a 1/2 step. It's the same thing, 284, except now we're moving on into something slightly different. So I'm going to go from 281 again. Now I'm not going to shift here for a moment. So I've got C sharp on 1, A on 2, and then I'm going to stay in position 2 for D, 4 for B flat. 1, 2 again. Now I'm shifting up to B flat, 4th finger. Same position here, D sharp 1, B, 2, 1, shift up a 1/2 step. Same position. I'm going to play C over here on the E string. E, 1st finger. Shift up a 1/2 step for C natural. E is 2nd finger there. And then I've got an octave fingering jumping all the way down. Always 4-1 with our octaves. And then we've got a set of thirds. So I'm going to go, so thirds are when you've got a note, skips a note, and then it's the next note. So we've got A flat to C, 4, 2, 4th finger for G, 4, 1, shift, 4th finger for F, 1 for A flat, and then we can use some open strings here. And that gets us through the whole excerpt. I'm going to play it now roughly 1/2 speed, but with no stops or talking. Mistake there at the end. I'm going to play those last 3 measures. So there we go. The big thing with these Brahms excerpts, I've said it before with the earlier 2, you always want to make a really fat sound, a big warm sound with good vibrato. And there's separation between a lot of the notes that we play in Brahms, but not in a short way. There's still a lot of sound that happens. So I'm going to go closer to tempo. This might be the tempo marked on the page, but make sure that you're listening to recordings. What's marked on the page here is not the end-all, be-all tempo. There are some orchestras that take it a little faster than this. There are some that take it a little slower. You want to play this at a tempo that feels comfortable for you in an audition. Playing all the notes and rhythms right stylistically is better than you hacking through it really fast. And there we go. Had a little bit of flubbing at the end, but hopefully you'll forgive me.